While napping in the garden, Janice is playfully tossed into the sky by her masters using magic. When she wakes up, she finds herself floating in midair. Little did she know, her masters learned that her half-sister Judy, with the same father, is to marry her fiancé Kevin soon. Hence, they immediately wake Janice up and ask her to leave promptly. Before Janice departs, her masters thoughtfully prepare a generous amount of pocket money and luggage for her, then see her off the mountain. At the wedding venue, Judy, dressed in a wedding gown, happily walks towards Kevin, eager to fulfill her dream of marrying him. Just then, Janice rushes in and interrupts the wedding reception. She pulls off Judy's veil and claims that she is the true lady engaged to Kevin. This news sparks a round of discussions among the attendees. Janice's father, Walker, feels somewhat guilty as he recalls the events over a decade ago. It was his cruelty that led to abandoning the young Janice in the cold snow. Judy refuses to accept this fact and is determined not to allow anyone to disrupt her plans to marry Kevin. Janice quickly produces evidence showing her birth certificate and the emblem symbolizing her status as the heir. Upon seeing these, everyone realizes that she is telling the truth. Judy still hopes to fight for the chance, so she argues with Janice. However, she cannot prevail over Janice, as Janice is the one who truly holds the engagement. Judy feels dissatisfied and decides to seek help from Kevin's father, John. However, John is very pleased with Janice's return. Therefore, she can only act coquettishly towards Kevin, hoping to get his assistance. But Kevin coldly pushes her away, calls security, and drives away Judy and Walker, who are trying to replace Janice. Kevin approaches Janice, talks to her, and deeply admires her courage. Kevin hands Janice a bank card as pocket money, but Janice is extremely displeased with his arrogant attitude. She openly admits that she is only marrying him to fulfill her mother's wish and hopes that they will not interfere with each other. Janice is getting ready to sleep when she receives a call from Mary, learning that Judy has followed Kevin to the bar, which surprises her greatly. She immediately gets up, dresses up carefully, and arrives at the bar where Kevin and Judy are located, looking fabulous. Judy still feels regretful about not marrying Kevin and hence wants to pursue him. Just as Kevin is about to leave, Janice shows up. This greatly displeases Judy, who exchanges a glance with Henry. Henry taunts Janice, challenging her to a bet. Brave Janice accepts the challenge. Henry sets the rules of the bet. Whoever rolls the highest total on the dice wins. Henry is confident about this bet, thinking he has it in the bag and confidently rolls a 17. However, to his surprise, Janice rolls an 18. Henry is incredulous. He doubts Janice's seemingly good luck. He angrily crosses the table and demands that she take off her clothes for inspection. Janice, displeased, slaps him, further enraging Henry, who picks up a cup to throw at her. Janice immediately kicks Henry down, demanding an apology from him. Henry's arrogance provokes Janice, who grabs a bottle and hits Henry on the head. Meanwhile, Kevin watches the spectacle play out with a hint of amusement. Janice then takes out a knife and cuts up Henry's clothes, humiliating him. At this moment, Kevin stands up with a hint of jealousy, covering Janice's eyes with his hands. But Janice is very disdainful of this gesture. Kevin holds a knife to threaten him, demanding that Henry be more polite to his wife. He places the knife in front of Henry, leaving him stunned. However, Janice is ungrateful, slaps Kevin, and refuses to go home with him. Feeling provoked, Kevin then lifts her onto his shoulder and forcefully takes her away. This action surprises everyone present. Kevin carries Janice out of the bar and pushes her into the car. Janice is very displeased with Kevin's actions and asks him to stay away from Judy. Kevin misunderstands her jealousy, grabs her hand, tries to get closer and kiss her. Janice immediately fights back and knocks him out. Mark arrives at Kevin's company and informs him that a new Chinese medicine clinic has opened near their office, suggesting they go together for a health check. The two men reach the entrance of the clinic. feeling curious about this new clinic. Janice, the owner of the clinic, sees Kevin entering and quickly grabs a wig nearby to disguise herself, hoping not to reveal her identity. Smart Kevin sees through her disguise, but Janice remains unaware. After assisting Mark with the checkup, Janice notices some issues with his health while taking his pulse and suggests that he goes to the hospital for further examinations, as this may involve infertility problems. Kevin wants to further test Janice, so he pretends his neck is uncomfortable and asks Janice to check it for him. Janice prepares some ointment for Kevin, and as she gets ready to leave, Kevin suddenly removes her wig, revealing her disguise. Janice can only awkwardly greet Kevin. Mark sees that the doctor is actually Janice and mistakenly thinks she was joking about his infertility. He teases Kevin, angering both Kevin and Janice. Sensing the tension, Mark quickly leaves. Kevin gradually approaches Janice and embraces her, asking her to explain the incident that made him faint last night. Janice realizes her mistake, admitting that she misunderstood Kevin's intentions as improper. Kevin's closeness makes Janice feel shy, and she pushes him away. However, Kevin worries about Janice's medical skills and hopes she won't reopen the clinic, gripping her chin in a threatening manner. Unexpectedly, he finds Janice very cute and mischievously begins to playfully pinch her cheeks. Just then, Jason walks in, interrupting their conversation. After careful consideration, Kevin finally agrees to Janice opening her clinic. It turns out that Jason is actually working for Janice, following her orders to assist at the clinic. Additionally, Jason has completed the task assigned by Janice. He has successfully installed spyware on Walker's computer to monitor his misconduct. In her childhood, Janice and her mother discovered Walker's betrayal. Shortly after her mother's unexpected passing, Walker promptly married Ruby. Now, as an adult, she is determined to seek justice for her mother. Janice accompanies Kevin back to the family mansion to serve tea to Sophia and John. Sophia is very pleased with Janice's politeness and thus gives her a box of expensive and exquisite jewelry. This triggers jealousy in Lucy. Kevin's cousin Hannah, witnessing this, taunts Janice, provoking her to slap Hannah in irritation. Hannah tries to retaliate, but is pushed back by Janice. Lucy, feeling sorry for her daughter, asks for an explanation from her sister-in-law, Sophia. However, both Sophia and Kevin are pleased, firmly supporting her. Janice feels happy and joyfully heads home with the gift. After Janice finishes her shower, Kevin bursts in, which greatly surprises her. Janice shyly turns away, but Kevin politely wraps a towel around her. Janice is displeased by his sudden intrusion, but Kevin pays no heed and simply carries her back to bed. In reality, Kevin is just teasing Janice for fun, but Janice mistakenly thinks he intends to kiss her. Thinking quickly, she grabs an acupuncture needle to scare him. He retreats, amusing Janice. The next day, Kevin accompanies Janice back to her grandfather's house. Janice looks at the occupied property, feeling somewhat heavy-hearted. Kevin cleverly hands her a brick, and Janice uses it to smash the sign at the entrance, successfully luring the walkers out. Judy provokes Janice, demanding her to leave and calling for bodyguards. Kevin quietly chuckles to himself, knowing that they are no match for Janice. True to his expectations, Janice quickly defeats them. Judy seizes the opportunity to incite and leads Walker to blame Janice. Janice accuses them of seizing the family property, harming her mother and grandfather. Janice disregards Walker's attempts to drive her away, boldly enters the house, insisting that this is her grandfather's home and demanding they leave immediately. However, Walker remains stubborn. Janice argues with Judy, even slapping her. Ruby scolds Janice, regretting not causing harm to her life initially. Fearless, Janice leaves after issuing a stern warning for them to vacate. Kevin, waiting outside, asks Janice if she needs help, but she politely declines. At the auction, Walker originally intends to greet Kevin, but Kevin completely ignores him. At the same time, Janice disguises herself as a waitress and sneaks into the auction scene. Walker is confident about successfully bidding on these pieces of land. When Alan receives instructions from Janice to bid, Kevin also joins in the bidding, leaving Walker puzzled. However, in the subsequent auction, Alan continuously competes with Walker for the land, escalating the prices, which angers Walker. He wants to argue with Alan, but Alan just mocks him, fueling Walker's anger. This provocation leads Walker to purchase the final piece of land at an unprofitable price. By the time he realizes he has been lured into a trap, it is too late. Walker questions Alan, but Alan leaves smugly without saying a word. Janice hides in a corner, smiling contentedly. Kevin catches Janice trying to sneak away. Janice immediately acts cute and pretends she was just there for fun, wanting to see Walker's joke, successfully convincing Kevin. However, Walker suddenly appears, blaming Janice for the previous mishaps. Walker stops her, intending to slap her, but Kevin intervenes. Kevin warns Walker not to harm Janice, but Walker still angrily scolds Janice. Kevin is unimpressed, walks away with Janice, and leaves Walker alone. Kevin instructs Mark to investigate Alan's background. However, they only discover the company he works for and fail to uncover the true owner behind him. This arouses Kevin's curiosity. Janice and Mary arrive at a mall and unexpectedly run into Judy and Hannah. Judy mocks Janice for being poor, saying she doesn't belong in the upscale mall and can't afford the items here, a sentiment echoed by Hannah. Judy even tries to get Walker to give her money to buy all bags from the mall, but is turned down. At this moment, Janice proudly proclaims that she wants to buy the whole store. However, Hannah and Judy don't believe her. Ignoring their taunts, Janice instructs her associates over the phone to arrange the purchase of the store. Hearing this, Hannah and Judy plan to stay and witness Janice's embarrassment. Shortly after, the store manager personally informs Janice that the transfer procedures of the shop have been completed. Judy even mocks Janice, suggesting she must be a kept woman of an old and wealthy man. But in the end, they are still forced to leave. Janice and Mary finish their shopping and head back to the car to prepare to go home. While driving back home, Janice notices a car following her. Indeed, it turns out to be a group of thugs sent by Walker, attempting to attack Janice. However, with just hidden weapon, Janice easily scares off the thugs. Janice is strategic. These thugs are no match for her. Feeling deeply angry, she instructs her assistant to splatter pig's blood at Walker's new residence as retaliation. When Kevin learns that Janice has acquired a store, he mistakenly believes her money is ill-gotten. Feeling extremely angry about this misunderstanding, Janice kicks over a nearby trash can in frustration and storms off. Kevin drags Janice into the restroom and incessantly washes her hands. Confused, Janice pushes Kevin away and returns to the room alone. Kevin follows closely, attempting to kiss her as he pushes her onto the bed, provoking Janice's anger. She bites Kevin's lip in retaliation, accusing him of his behavior and ultimately kicks him out. Walker comes to find Janice. Janice harshly rebukes his cruelty for having someone harm his own biological daughter. Walker ultimately returns Janice's grandfather's house to her. However, his apology is not sincere, due to issues with the company's financial chain stemming from a previous auction. He seeks Janice's help, but she refuses. Mark has been diagnosed with infertility and can only seek help from Janice. Just as Janice is about to treat Mark, Kevin bursts in, consumed by jealousy, and interrupts their contact. Kevin arrogantly prohibits any physical contact between them. Despite Janice's displeasure, she ultimately diagnoses Mark in a special way. Seeing Janice's medical skills, Kevin starts to admire her more. Mark is thrilled to learn that his condition can be treated. Janice prepares a prescription for him, and Mark, very happy, advises Kevin to cherish his highly skilled wife. When Mark is kicked out by Kevin, Janice can't help but find it amusing. However, despite this, Janice still chooses to ignore Kevin. Kevin continues to question Janice about the acquisition of the store, but Janice, upon remembering recent rumors about Kevin, feels extremely displeased. She angrily warns Kevin that if he cannot handle his rumors well, they will get a divorce. Upon hearing this, Kevin, in anger, asserts that he will not agree to a divorce, and after making harsh remarks, he leaves. This action further enrages Janice, and she also furiously pounds on the table. Lily visits Janice's clinic for a physical examination. Janice, observing her affected behavior, feels extremely exasperated. Janice accurately diagnoses Lily's condition and informs her that improper post-abortion care may lead to infertility issues later on. Upon learning that Janice has discovered her past abortion, Lily feels somewhat anxious, fearing exposure. Consequently, she harbors ill intentions, wanting to intentionally cause trouble for Janice. She boldly claims to be the fiancé of wealthy Kevin. In fact, she is only a well-known female star under Kevin's entertainment company, aspiring to become his wife. Janice is very displeased with this and plans to expel Lily. Feeling ashamed and angry, Lily attempts to strike Janice, but Janice retaliates and knocks her down. Lily stands up with reluctance, immediately calling her agent, Jason. She tells Jason that she's being bullied and asks him to quickly come to the clinic near the company. Jason promptly arrives with a group of strong bodyguards. When Jason arrives, Lily distorts the truth, falsely claiming that Janice is bullying her and accusing Janice of spreading rumors about her past abortion, refusing to acknowledge that she had a miscarriage. Jason becomes furious upon hearing this and walks straight to Janice, demanding an apology for Lily. Janice ignores the demand and instead asks Jason and his group to leave the clinic immediately. Feeling challenged by Janice's fearless attitude, Jason tries to strike Janice, but she manages to evade the blow. He immediately orders the other bodyguards to give Janice a lesson. Having practiced martial arts since childhood, Janice quickly subdues the group. Although Lily is no match for Janice, she feels somewhat triumphant as she has already called the police for help. After police investigation and reviewing surveillance footage, it is confirmed that Janice only retaliated in self-defense. The police request the three of them to inform their respective superiors to come and sign for their release. Upon learning that Janice is married, Lily mocks her. Faced with Lily's rude remarks, Janice responds in kind. Lily is about to protest further, but is stopped by Jason. On the other side, Kevin learns that Janice is at the police station and hurries over. Lily and Jason, upon seeing Kevin's arrival, mistakenly think he is there to pick them up. When Janice sees Kevin's arrival, she deliberately repeats Lily's words, claiming that Lily is Kevin's future wife and revealing Lily's intention to teach Janice a lesson. This makes Lily feel somewhat uneasy. Kevin affectionately tells Janice that the formalities are all set. Janice playfully holds Kevin's hand, at which point Jason and Lily realize that Janice is the true CEO's wife, and they deeply regret their actions. As they exit the police station, Janice suddenly breaks free from Kevin's hand. Kevin gazes at the lovely Janice. Janice originally intends to leave alone, but Kevin forcefully pulls her into the car. Kevin drives back to their house and asks Janice, with the marks of a scuffle still visible on her, to go change her clothes first. Janice can only comply. Outside, heavy snowflakes are falling, and as Kevin watches Janice innocently reach out to catch snowflakes from the sky, he can't help but be captivated by her adorable moment. Sophia is happy about Janice's arrival, even ignoring Kevin. Lucy, feeling somewhat jealous as she watches Sophia's satisfaction with Janice, deliberately mentions the recent rumors, attempting to provoke Janice. Hannah joins in, trying to anger Janice. Their provocations make Sophia angry. However, Kevin even attentively feeds Janice fruit, which displeases Hannah. Lucy doesn't give up and continues to incite the relationship between the two. Janice responds to her with sarcastic remarks, leaving Lucy feeling defeated. She tries to seek help from Sophia, But Sophia fully supports Janice and requests Lucy to stop provoking Janice in the future. This makes Lucy angrily want to leave with Hannah. This further deepens Hannah's dislike for Janice. Janice is relishing her food, while Kevin lovingly wipes away food crumbs from her mouth. This scene brings great satisfaction to Sophia and John. It is these everyday small interactions that are bringing Janice and Kevin closer together. Sophia jokingly expresses her desire to cuddle a grandchild. After dinner, a sudden heavy rain begins to pour. Concerned about catching a cold, Sophia suggests that they stay overnight. After returning to the room, Kevin, using the thunder as an excuse, worries that Janice might feel scared, so he pulls her into his arms. Feeling Janice's warmth and closeness, Kevin feels happy and content. However, Janice finds Kevin's actions a bit strange. It turns out that Janice is not afraid of thunder, intentionally diverting Kevin's attention. Janice then steps hard on Kevin's foot, making the pained Kevin release Janice from his arms. After bathing without makeup, Janice looks very beautiful and catches Kevin's attention. In fact, Kevin has already fallen in love with Janice, but he is unaware of it himself. As Janice lies in bed getting ready to sleep, she asks Kevin to sleep on the sofa. Although Kevin disagrees, he takes the opportunity to tease Janice, making her feel a bit shy. Janice shyly turns away from Kevin to avoid him, but Kevin continues to chat. Faced with Janice's indifference, Kevin leaves to take a shower. After Kevin finishes bathing, he finds Janice already asleep. Seeing the peaceful and lovely Janice, Kevin can't help but embrace her and gently kiss her. However, this action startles Janice, and she immediately pushes Kevin away. Janice, for self-protection, uses a silver needle to control Kevin. Realizing his mistake, Kevin promises not to be reckless with Janice, which convinces her to remove the control of the silver needle. Kevin, feeling helpless, spends a night on the sofa hugging a pillow. Janice learns from Alan that Walker's company is currently in dire straits. It turns out that the previous auction was an intentional move by Janice to disrupt the financial balance of Walker's company. As expected, since then, many projects of his company have been affected and cannot operate normally. Now, Walker has started seeking loans from various banks, which is also part of Janice's plan to retaliate against Walker. Due to Kevin's company planning to terminate Lily's contract, she has no choice but to seek Kevin's help. However, Kevin is cold and heartless, ignoring Lily's plea and having her escorted out of the company. Lily coincidentally encounters Janice. Despite Lily stubbornly blaming Janice, she ends up receiving a slap in return. Janice leaves disdainfully, leaving Lily filled with anger. Kevin's indifference breaks Lily's heart, and she leaves in tears. Kevin initially tries to hold on to Janice, but she ignores him and leaves. Janice and Mary go to a bar to relax. While they are chatting, an unexpected guest shows up. Judy and Hannah arrive as well. Feeling arrogant, they look down on Janice and start mocking her. Mary gets angry and argues with them. Judy realizes she can't compete with Janice, so she reluctantly leaves after some harsh words. In the lively atmosphere of the dance floor, Mary dances joyfully, while Janice sits quietly on the side drinking. Just then, Steve approaches Janice. Janice smells the mango scent in her drink, realizing it's her allergen and part of Judy's scheme. After a few drinks, Janice pretends to be drunk, follows Steve into the elevator, and heads to his room. In reality, everything is under Janice's control. Once in the room, she quickly subdues Steve and learns about Judy's conspiracy from him. It turns out that Judy wanted to tarnish Janice's reputation by having Steve defile her and having journalists take photos to ruin her. Janice, upon learning this, is very angry and comes up with a retaliatory plan. She threatens Steve to call Judy over. When Judy arrives, seeing Janice unharmed, she realizes the plan is exposed. Janice angrily slaps Judy repeatedly. Judy tries to beg for mercy, but it's too late. Janice plans to make her face the consequences. Janice returns to the bar, feeling pleased. However, she unexpectedly finds Mary surrounded by a group of troublemakers who are harassing her under the guise of striking up a conversation. Mary and Janice continue to face provocation and mockery from the other group, leading to an argument. Luckily, Kevin and Mark are nearby. Mark initially intends to intervene, but Kevin stops him. As expected, Janice quickly deals with the troublemakers. Kevin approaches the tipsy Janice, intending to take her home. Janice, upon seeing Kevin, is very happy and wants to hug him. He gently lifts Janice and leaves the bar. Inside the car, the intoxicated Janice finally opens up about her feelings. She confides in Kevin about her affection for him, sincerely expressing her love for him. Seeing the lovely and charming Janice, Kevin responds her and doesn't hesitate to give her a kiss. The second day, a group of journalists gathers outside the Walker residence. They use intimate photos of Steve and Judy to blackmail Walker, demanding a huge sum of money from him. Out of protection for Judy, Walker reluctantly agrees. However, he is not satisfied internally, so he organizes a group of people and heads to Janice's clinic, planning to make Janice explain and demand that she cover the journalist's expenses. Janice feels angry and accuses them of harming her, but Walker ignores her accusations. Just as Walker is about to act against Janice, Kevin arrives in time, grabs Walker by the neck. Walker, fearing Kevin, quickly begs for mercy. Kevin throws him to the ground. After Kevin says some harsh words to Walker, Walker hastily flees the scene. Upon recalling last night's events, the shy Janice quickly retreats into the clinic. Kevin deliberately brings up the events of last night, but Janice shyly pretends to have a memory lapse and claims she had breakfast early in the morning before leaving. Kevin understands that Janice is lying, but still thoughtfully orders a takeaway for her. Janice feels warmth about that. Walker reaches a dead end and decides to seek help from Alan, so he arrives at Alan's company. He deliberately plays up his difficulties, explaining his situation and asking Alan to be more forgiving. Just then, Janice steps out, making Walker realize that all along, it has been they plotting to retaliate against him. He wants to slap at Janice, but is stopped by Alan. At that moment, Walker receives a phone call, learning that the government has halted all his projects. Walker feels regret, but it's too late. Overwhelmed with shame, he collapses in a faint. Just as Walker's sins catch up with him, leading to his crimes being exposed, his life in ruins, and imprisonment, Kevin finally realizes that Janice is actually the real CEO behind Alan. Kevin expresses his love and admiration to Janice. The atmosphere becomes ambiguous as their lips draw closer. Suddenly, Janice receives a call. To celebrate Janice's wish coming true, reclaiming everything that belonged to her, they head to the restaurant Alan booked. At the table, Alan peels shrimp for Janice as usual, but Kevin interrupts his attentiveness. In fact, as Janice's elder brother figure, Alan has always had a secret crush on her. After Kevin and Alan are a bit tipsy, they start honestly sharing their thoughts. However, now only Kevin can openly bring happiness to Janice. After saying a few words to Kevin, Alan, observing the tense atmosphere between the two, sees Janice immediately whisk Kevin away. As Janice is about to leave, Alan approaches her car window and assures her that as her elder brother, he will always protect her no matter what. This touches Janice and sparks some jealousy in Kevin. In Janice's heart, Alan is more like family. Kevin promises to love her wholeheartedly, which also moves Janice. Janice witnesses a pregnant woman being kidnapped and intends to intervene. However, it turns out to be Judy's trickery. Janice lets her guard down, but is then hit on the head by Judy with a stun baton. Upon regaining consciousness, Janice finds herself held captive in a rundown warehouse. Due to Walker's bankruptcy, Judy and Ruby have lost their sheltered and peaceful lives, leading them to seek revenge on Janice. Meanwhile, Kevin becomes aware of Janice's disappearance and desperately tries calling her, only to have Judy hang up on him. Judy sends a video showing Janice being held captive, demanding that Kevin hurry to the warehouse or face the consequences. On the other side, Judy continues to taunt Janice and brings in Steve, who has AIDS, attempting to harm Janice. When Steve tries to act, Janice pretends to yield to him, sweet-talks him, and persuades him to help untie her. After Steve complies, Janice swiftly knocks him down. Judy is extremely angry with foolish Steve. She is furious and smashes Steve's head with a brick, shattering his skull. At this moment, Judy has completely lost her sanity. She crazily pours oil on Janice, planning to burn her alive. Just then, Kevin arrives at the location where Janice is being held captive. Seeing Janice in a miserable state, Kevin's heart wrenches with anger and pain intertwined. He is determined to rescue Janice. However, Judy threatens Kevin with Janice's life, forcing him not to resist. To ensure Janice's safety, Kevin kneels down and begs her to spare Janice. In the midst of this, Kevin is pinned down by a group of thugs, enduring a vicious beating. Witnessing all this, Judy is furious, consumed by endless jealousy, resenting why Kevin has never shown any affection towards her. Meanwhile, in this life-threatening ordeal, Janice gradually realizes the depth of Kevin's love for her. Ruby tries to stab Janice, but is kicked down by her. Judy persists until Alan intervenes in time. Janice takes the opportunity to subdue Judy with a silver needle, but Judy still sets fire. Kevin, heavily injured, passes out while the fire rages on. Despite this, Janice refuses to leave. Kevin's injury was to save her, and she is determined to stand by him, unwilling to leave first. Helpless, Alan has to stun Janice and rescue her first. Upon waking up, Janice hurries to the emergency room to check on Kevin's condition. She finds out that Kevin is severely injured. The doctor informs her that only Dr. J can save Kevin. Janice immediately reveals her identity. Fortunately, the surgery is very successful. Under Janice's excellent medical skills, Kevin is out of danger and recovers well under her careful care. Many years later, they travel happily together, and Janice and Kevin finally achieve their happiness together. However, behind the happiness of Janice and Kevin lies the support of her masters. Janice has entrusted her two mischievous children to her masters for care so that she and Kevin can travel happily. These two mischievous children take turns causing chaos, bringing much laughter to the once peaceful mountain. But this has brought a lot of trouble to Janice's mentors.